Today we have a delightfully personal story of Jesus and his disciples. Jesus, James, and John go home with Simon and Andrew. You can imagine them leaving the synagogue after Jesus heals a person with a demon. Maybe they're tired and hungry. Perhaps Simon and Andrew say, "Come on over to our house and rest. Mom always has something good to eat." Kind of like maybe they say, "You should try her pot roast. It's to die for." Oh, and her apple pie. Oh, my goodness. But then when they get there, they find that their mom is sick. She's in the bed with a fever. Clearly, she's too sick to get out of bed, and Simon and Andrew are worried about her. They bring their new friend Jesus to see her. If he can heal that person with the unclean spirit, maybe he can heal their mom. And he does. He simply takes her hand and helps her out of the bed. She sits up, and the fever is gone. Then she goes and she makes her famous pot roast and apple pie. She serves them. How else could she appropriately thank Jesus for what he had done except to serve him? Service is indeed the language of this way of life that Jesus proposes in Mark and calls us all to. Later in Mark chapter 10, Jesus explains that whoever wants to be great among you will be your servant. And servanthood is the Jesus way. Like Jesus, who came to serve, as he says, not to be served, but to give his life to liberate many people. These days, we certainly have many people who are serving us selflessly in the midst of this pandemic. I immediately think of the frontline workers, nurses and doctors and other healthcare professionals. These people literally are risking their lives to heal, to liberate others who have COVID. Captain Tom Moore also thought of these people. Living in Bedfordshire, England, he wanted to honor and thank these servants in a really concrete way. At age 99, Captain Tom pledged to walk 100 laps around his garden, which was essentially his backyard, kind of like my backyard, to raise money. He was going to raise money for the British National Health Society. Now, workers just a bit earlier had helped him. Healthcare workers had helped him through a bout with cancer and a hip surgery. And he wanted to show his gratitude for the care that they had given him and for the care they were giving so many people during this pandemic. His goal was to raise around $1,250. That was what he wanted to do, and he put the word out over social media, Facebook, Twitter, for people to donate as he walked around 100 times around his backyard. Now, mind you, he's 99 years old. He kind of shuffled as he walked with a walker, hunched over, shuffling those laps. Now, he reached his goal of $1,250 within 24 hours. He caught the imagination of the people in Great Britain like that. Soon, he was to catch the imagination of people around the world, and donations came in from around Great Britain, the United Kingdom, even from the United States and Japan. He had won the hearts of thousands. In the end, he raised more than $40 million. But perhaps the most winsome asset of Captain Tom was his positive attitude. The saying that became attached to Captain Tom was, "Please always remember, tomorrow will be a good day." Living in the midst of a pandemic, it can be hard to believe that tomorrow will be a good day. Many of us are quarantined. Some of us are sick. Some have been hospitalized. There is hope for a vaccine, and then that hope is diminished by new strains and doubts about a vaccine rollout. It is all too easy to live in our anxiety and our fears. But Simon and Andrew's mother and Captain Tom give us a model of how to get out of our fears. And that model is to serve others. Knowing that tomorrow will be a good day because God has tomorrow. Captain Tom died this past week at the age of 100. Ironically, he died of COVID. Yet, with the last year of his life, he gave us a vision of how to live in a world beset with COVID. One foot in front of the other, and we never walk alone. Our music today is Captain Tom singing with British singer Michael Ball and a National Health Society Voices of Care choir. It was a song that was a top-selling hit in Great Britain. You can find the link below. Make sure to check it out. Happy walking, my friends.